crossing over the ghosts of the Second World War. More than 400 ghosts went into Venerable Master Pu Xian's Puyan Fascia room when he checked into a hotel in Hamburg, Germany. That night, these ghosts from the lower realm refused to let him sleep when they pleaded him to help them. All of them were burnt till they looked more like black charcoal with patches of red flesh. None of them put on any clothing. The sight was the most terrifying. The Venerable asked them to keep quiet and recite Amitabha Buddha with him. When this thought arose, all the ghosts started to recite Amitabha Buddha. After a while, one ghost who looked quite naughty raised his hand and asked, "Venerable, my name is not written on the wall. How are you going to help me?" "Your name is not important. More important is Amitabha Buddha." On listening to this, the ghost sat down and continued the recitation. Then another naughty ghost gestured he wanted to eat. Venerable Master answered, "Okay, no problem. Tomorrow I will prepare the food for you all to eat. Please let me sleep tonight." The next day, Master Pu Xian took out some packets of 5 grains powder and mixed them with water in a tin. In Germany, the sun goes down at 9 p.m. Anyway, at 5 p.m., the master started to recite Amitabha Sutra and all the mantras he knew of to cross over the ghosts. After finishing his recitation, the whole room was extremely quiet, and he carried the tin of grains powder to the window. He opened the window and looked outside. It was a garden, and no one was there. Venerable Pu Xian started to recite the mantra of seeking rebirth in the Western Pure Land as he poured the grains powder into the garden. Suddenly, a lightning struck across the sky accompanied by peals of thunderstorm, with torrential rains and violent wind blowing the water onto the master, preventing him from opening his eyes to see. After he had finished reciting 108 times the mantra of seeking rebirth, the storm gradually subsided. He was soaked from the head to the feet, and the room was all wet. These ghosts had been hungry for so long, they were all fighting for food, and they did not want people to see their ugly sight. Later he learned that this was the place where thousands of people were killed in the explosion of bombs dropping from the warplanes in the Second World War. But only about 400 people had the affinities with the Buddha Dharma, and they managed to come to ask for help. Without the Buddha Dharma, the suffering beings will have no way to leave the state of woes, and their suffering will go on with no respite. This is a true story related by the Venerable Master Pu Xian, who went to Germany to conduct the 3 refuges. When his disciples in Germany asked him to conduct the 3 refuges ceremony, he asked them to memorize the Vajra Sutra first. After half a year, all of them managed to memorize the sutra. Before going to Germany, he asked if it was possible to arrange the Dharma teaching for the school children and hospital staffs. His disciples managed to arrange his trips with the Dharma talks and the taking of 3 refuges from the north to the south. So it is not easy to learn the Dharma. What is more, the practice of the Dharma. Now that we are born as human beings and we have the chance to hear the Buddha Dharma, do we really know how to make use of these great blessings so as to enhance our life? Most people just laze their time away without making any effort to make use of this golden opportunity to practice the Dharma. By the time they find that they are in the lower realm, there is nothing they can do except sufferings. In the Sutra of the Retribution of Hungry Ghosts, it is thus stated, the Buddha's disciple Venerable Maudgalyayana, who was foremost in spiritual penetration, witnessed the sufferings of transmigration in the 6 paths. Near the banks of the Ganges River, a ghost asked the Venerable, "Venerable Sir, my whole body is covered with sores and pus. Every day I have to endure great pains, and it is most unbearable. What have I done to deserve this suffering?" The Venerable, who could see the past lives, said, "When you were born as man, you slaughtered many animals, and you enjoyed eating meat. This is the retribution for killing." There are many people who have pain all over their body. They go to see the doctors, take the painkiller or injection, but it only relieves them from pain for a while and it will resume. Many worldly people suffer all kinds of pain, and comparatively there are more ghosts who suffer the pain continually, for they have no doctors, no hospital, no medicine, and no help. That is why sometimes it is easier to cross the ghosts, because they know without the refuges in the Triple Gem, no liberation can be obtained. The sufferings will go on for many kalpas. The following is the famous saying in the Buddha Dharma on abstaining from killings. The bowl of soup we drink for hundreds of thousands millions kalpas is full of hatred, which is as deep as the seas and cannot be pacified. If we want to know why the wars go on continually in the world, we can find the answer from the screams in the slaughterhouse at midnight. When an evil cause is planted, the retribution befalls one. So the Buddha advises us not to kill and not to take revenge. Every suffering arises from our wrongdoing, so we must learn to let go, to endure, and not to commit the same mistakes again. So, when are born as humans, grab the chance to do wholesome deeds. For example, we can take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, recite a short sutra every day, bowing to the Buddha, mindful of the Buddha, and most important of all is to keep away from meat eating. Do not smoke, drink, and gamble, or mix with evil friends. Many people cultivate smoothly, and when their life is quite smooth, an evil friend appears. With a call, a short message, he invites you out to go enjoy life, to eat pork, to sing and drink in a club, and you just follow. You will simply forget all the sufferings that are awaiting you when your blessings start to decline. Master Xuanhua said, "Enduring sufferings is to end suffering. Enjoying blessings is to spend your blessings." When we have finished spending all our blessings, what is left behind will only be suffering. An extract of the above teaching in Mandarin. 说到这里，我也曾经有过一次的因缘。有一群德国的信徒想要皈依，但是我当时不想飞到德国，帮他们皈依。我说，你们要皈依，必须会背金刚经。他们说，师父，您会背吗？我说，我会背啊，我就是会背，才要你们背。结果一群人就真的开始背金刚经，真的就会背了，半年就背起来了。他们发传真过来说，我们会背金刚经了，师父赶快过来帮我们受皈依。我说，好啊，但是只为了你们要皈依，专程跑一趟德国也不好。你们若是请德国中学或是医院的医生来听佛法，这才有意义。于是就安排德国中学、小学、医院，从北边一直说到南边。我第一次到汉堡的时候，嫂一个人住在旅社。那天晚上遇到阴界的众生，阴界众生不让我睡，有400多位，很吵很吵。400多位没穿衣服的众生都被火烧成焦黑，很恐怖。我说，你们不要吵了，跟着我念阿弥陀佛。这个念头一起，大家都念佛了。念佛当中有一个调皮的就站起来说，我的名字也没有写在墙上，要怎么帮我超度？我说，名字不重要，阿弥陀佛比较重要。然后他就坐下来了。接着再有一个调皮的阴界众生站起来，手伸向我，好像跟我要东西，像这么比。什么意思？若不是要钱，就是要吃的。我说，明天再给你们，今晚我要睡觉了，你不要再跟我比那些什么。说完以后，他手就放下来。我说，我要休息了，你们今晚让我好好睡。到了第二天，我想到没法子了，就用五谷粉加水搅一搅。等到下午5点多，那个时候德国差不多晚上9点太阳才下山，5点以后就是阴的时候，我就开始念阿弥陀经，辨识真言。念完了以后，一切都还是风平浪静，非常的安静，太阳也还没下山。在我睡觉的旅馆后方刚好有花园，我就去看看花园里有没有人。看看都没有人，我就将五谷粉浆倒下去。这一倒下去不得了了，一倒下去马上就雷电交加，风雨交加。当时我窗户开着，雨水打进房间内，把我的身体都打湿了，我连眼睛也睁不开。我便一直持往生咒，一直念一直念。念到完的时候，风也停了，雨也停了，雷电也没有了，而我全身湿透透，鞋子湿，袜子也湿，全部都湿了。为什么这样呢？因为那些众生要吃的时候是用抢的，他们的吃相很难看，所以他不让你看，所以我的眼睛也睁不开。等108遍的往生咒念完，就风平浪静了。后来我问那些当地的德国人，他们说这个地方在第2次世界大战时，由于飞机和炮火的轰炸，死了好几千人。但我看那天来的没有那么多人啊，好像只有400多人。那些是跟我有缘的，现身让我跟他们结缘。